Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Survival Specialist. In short, you can call me Specialist. In this video, we're going to talk about underground bases and why they're so important. So let's get started. Alright you guys, we are standing right in front of the electrified killing corridor that we built in the previous episode. If you have not seen that, link in the top right corner over here, which we've actually upgraded from the simple killing corridor over here that we built in episode 1 of our base building series. On the link in the top right corner again. So in this video, we're gonna talk about where I actually live when I build these things. So this is our killing corridor over here. The zombies come down here and then they fall down from here and then loop around and around, and we have electrified fence posts. They get electrocuted here, so this is perfect for a horde defense. But other times, as you can see, we don't have any workstations here. We only have 2 boxes, and we talked about how one of them is for ammo and the other one is for like repairing stuff over here, and we hinted that I kind of live down there. Yes, so if we go all the way down here, guys, this is going to take some time. You will see that I have my underground bunker here. I have my bedroll, I have my boxes, my forges, my workstation, and my other workstations, camp station, and the cement mixer, some extra boxes over here. Now, if you go to your map, you will see that we are at 3 elevation. That is the height of the character, right? And how do you know that you're at the bottom of the map? If you hit the bottom and you hear that sound with your axe, that means you are at the bedrock, and you cannot dig any further than this. Now, let's go into God mode. Let's get out of here. You can see that this is what it looks like from the outside. It's a really nice cozy bunker, and the shaft goes all the way up here to the surface, to the killing corridor over here, which is beautiful. And while we're here, let's take a look at the map. We are at 76 elevation. So in other words, guys, to be able to dig down a underground bunker, you need to dig a minimum of 60 blocks. Now, you might say, well, why should I bother to dig down that much and then keep digging down there to make rooms for myself? Well, the simple answer is this: security. Now, when you are down at the underground bunker, you are away from the surface by about 60 blocks. That kind of depends on where you are on the map, but it's around 60 blocks. And that prevents one thing from happening, and that is spawning of zombies. And in this case, we are thinking of one specific type of zombies, since we have all our workbenches and our forges and everything down here at the bunker here. So we're gonna have all of these turned on all at the same time. But as we are so far from the surface, and these are all actually blocks that are not, well, what we see is actually what's not there, but what we don't see here is what's there, right? So all those blocks that are in the way will prevent screamer zombies from spawning. Now, screamer zombies are attracted by the heat signature that you leave on the map, and we're going to talk about heat signature in another video. I have it all set up here. We're going to put it to test, and we're going to see how the heat signature works out. But what you got to know is basically this: if you have a lot of fire going on, screamer zombies will come, and screamer zombies, when they come, they will scream and they will call for a small horde of zombies, and more will keep coming. Now, you could say, well, you have a nice killing corridor here, and you could deal with those guys if you wanted. Yes, that's true, and I could have my workstations on the surface here, but I would like to take the time overnight to actually craft things without having to deal with zombies, and I don't want to spend my ammunition on random hordes. I'd want to use it over the horde night. So this underground bunker and having my workstations and my forges all down there allows me to have peace of mind and craft things without having to deal with zombies, which I think what a lot of people miss out on is that aspect. I mean, yes, you can get a lot of experience from screamer zombies and the hordes that they bring along, but what I do is I take control of that myself by having the underground base, right? I can call them anytime I want on my watch, not because I was crafting some stuff. Now, before we move on, I like to show you how a screamer actually works, what she looks like. All right, let's go here. Let's type in screamer. Feral, radiated. Now we just want a regular one. Now this is Samara, you guys, and when she screams like that, she should bring along some friends. We are in God mode here and DM mode. Maybe they won't show up. I don't see any. Could you please yell? Okay. It's not working out for some reason. Let's get rid of her. But usually what happens is you get a ton of zombies with her. I think that's because we are in God mode. That's why it didn't work here. But normally there would be a ton of zombies that would be attracted. So if you don't Samara, and if you don't want Samara's friends to come along and crash your party, then you're better off in the underground base. Okay, you guys. So one more thing that I like to add in this video is this other beautiful base design that my good friend Primate actually did. Now, if you want the actual details of how to build this thing, you can go check out his channel. You should check out his channel in any instance anyway. The dude has some dope content there. Right, so the basics of it is that this is a, let's go here, a 3x3 tower, and this area is 9x9, which leaves 3 blocks from the actual ground between the tower and the trench here. So what happens is, as the zombies come, they keep falling down here, and because we have these plates over here on the outside, right, the zombies get confused, and they sometimes hit the plates and sometimes they do not, which allows you, the player, to come up here, stand over here, and shoot down at the zombies from these bars over here, and or you can have these hatch doors, you can throw grenades or whatever pipe bombs at the zombies. So this is an amazing base design as well, and it does hold some future upgradability, some future, it is a somewhat future proof, but not as much as the killing corridor. Now I'm going to explain myself there in just a minute. So to get this initial bit built, you need to dig 320 blocks of dirt, right? Keep that in mind. So if you want to say expand this thing, you can do so by digging more of these, right? But if you want to expand the tower, you will have to get rid of these blocks and then put normal blocks instead of the plate blocks and extend your tower and have a more sturdy structure. Now, that's a little bit difficult to do because with this one, with the regular killing corridor here, you're just basically adding on, which makes this easier. But both bases have their differences in use, right? So this one, for example, is really good for shooting down zombies because you're standing right here. You can aim at the head height and you can get a lot of headshots, and the electrical fence posts slow them down a lot. In this one, you can throw grenades and pipe bombs at them with ease. You can bounce it off the edges over there and they cluster around underneath you and they will explode much easier. With this one, the explosion thing doesn't happen that well. You're gonna have to throw Molotovs or contact grenades at them. Grenades and pipe bombs don't work that well with this one because they tend to bounce off outside, and that's what we talked about in the previous episode. We said that we'll have these edges over here so that you actually minimize the amount of the pipe bombs and or grenades that actually bounce off the zombies as you throw them from here. Like I said, both bases have their uses and both bases have their place in the game. Now this one is a bit of an early game base. This one is definitely a mid-late game base. Now, the nice thing though is that you can also dig down a shaft and start a bunker there, and you can actually join these two. So you don't have to have one or the other. You can have both. And that's what I advise to you as well. That's what I recommend as well. Have more than one base that you can switch over to. This is a concept that many players utilize. You can put this into use as well. So I hope I was able to get my point across to you guys. Like I said, the main idea here is that you dig an underground base, you go down there, you have all your stuff there, you have all your workstations there, and you are safe from screamer hordes. So if you like this video, guys, go ahead and leave a like. If you have anything to say, you can comment down below. If you're enjoying the content from my channel, consider subscribing. This is it for the moment. Until next time, you stay alive.